Hey everyone, it's Michael from Notefolds, and today we'll be using the Carousel Birthday stamp set from Stampin' Up. We're going to be using that to make this wonderful card here. You can see we've got lots of different colors and elements going on, but what is really great are all of these cupcakes going all the way around the Ferris wheel. And yes, those cupcakes are individually stamped and punched out and placed, but you can see it just makes such a wonderful effect. Let's go ahead and get started. The paper we'll be using for this card is a standard A2 card base in crumb cake. We'll also be using a piece of pink pirouette for our background, 5 1/4 by 4 inches. Graduated down 1/4 inch from that, we have a 3 3/4 inch square piece of Pool Party, followed by a 3 1/2 by 3 1/2 piece of Whisper White. We're also going to need some scrap paper over here for the various cupcakes, and those are in Pool Party, pink pirouette, and crumb cake. The stamps that we're going to be using from the Carousel Birthday stamp set is the Ferris wheel, and then we also have this flare here, and these dies actually come from the Up in the Air set. The inks we'll be using are pink pirouette, Pool Party, and crumb cake. We're going to be doing tone-on-tone stamping. To begin, we're going to start with our Whisper White and the Ferris wheel, and we have our crumb cake ink here. Now we're going to go ahead and get this nice and inked up. This is going to be the main showpiece of the card. So we want to make sure that we have a good amount of ink on the stamp. Then we'll go ahead and center that within the Whisper White. Give it a nice firm press here. We want a clean image transfer. And there we go. We can see that that turned out looking really nice. Next up, while we have the crumb cake out, is our piece of crumb cake paper. Now this, we just need to get the bottoms of the cupcakes onto this paper. So it's okay if it bleeds off a little bit, but what we really want to make sure is that we get all 6 of these cupcake bottoms. Next, we're going to take the pink pirouette. Now for this, we only need to ink the top 3 cupcakes here. These are going to be the cupcake toppers. So we're going to make sure that we get all of those onto the piece of paper. Again, it may bleed off a little bit, but the important piece is to get the tops. And similarly with the Pool Party, we're going to, again, just ink the top of that stamp. And it may bleed off, like I said, but it's okay. We just want to make sure to get all 3 of those cupcake toppers on there. Now that we have everything stamped, let's go ahead and assemble the front of the card. We're going to start with the Whisper White piece, and we're going to just tape that up using whatever taping method you like. Some people like to use glue or whatnot. I like the snail adhesive. And we'll go ahead and center that within the Pool Party piece of paper. And we'll just tape on the back of this Pool Party. And the reason why I like to start from the top and go down is you can really start to see the paper come together. And here we're going to just center it within the pink pirouette, both on the sides and from the top and the bottom. We'll be using those top areas later when we stamp with our flare. Go ahead and get this nice and taped up. And then we'll center that on the front of the card. And I like to put these things onto the card before I fold it. It just seems to make it a bit easier. Now while we have the card out, we're going to take the pink pirouette and our flare image. Go ahead and get that inked up. And we're going to place one stamp at the top where we kind of have that blank space there, just to give it a little more interest. And we'll do the same on the bottom. And you can see that subtle tone-on-tone effect just looks really nice. So back to the pieces we stamped earlier, we're going to punch out all 6 of those bottoms and then all 3 of the cake toppers on each of the pink and blue. And here they are all punched out. It did take quite some time to do all that, but I thought I would skip all that. Now we're going to take some of these small glue dots here, and we're going to put them on the bottom of the cupcakes and then place all 6 of them all the way around. And then we'll follow that up with the cupcake toppers, and we'll kind of mix it up a little bit. Now I've seen some people use dimensionals with this. I think that these things are just so small that you don't really want to do a dimensional, because sometimes those dimensionals can be quite large. So here with the glue dot, we'll just go ahead and place the bottom of the cupcake right over top of the image, and we'll just continue with the other 6. And here's the last one, just placing that down. Okay, now we're going to start with the cupcake toppers, and we're going to alternate on top of these. So we'll do one pink, one blue, and so on. I'm going to just do all of the blues at the same time though. You can see I skipped the top one there because that will end up being pink. And here's the last blue one that will go at the bottom. And now we'll do the pink. And of course you could mix this up. You could make every cupcake topper a different color if you wanted. Or you could make them all the same, or maybe just one of them different. I think that's what's really fun about this set, is the variations on this theme are almost endless. All right, and here's our last pink cupcake topper. Go ahead and place that down. And that's it. So we'll go ahead and fold the card in half now. And on that score line we made earlier. And there you go, the completed card. And you can see what a great effect that makes with all of those cupcakes all the way around. Well, I hope you enjoyed making this card with me today. If you did, make sure to let me know about it in the comments below. I'd love to see what you come up with if you do any variations on this. Also, make sure to hit subscribe so that you can see all of our future videos here. We also have quite a few card tutorials in our back catalog. Take a look at those. And if you need any stamp supplies, just head over to notefolds.stampinup.net.